So hello and welcome to this week's episode of the Turn 5 podcast. We're all back again and it's finally car launch season.
We have 2023 content.
Finally.
So
yeah. Now we wait for a couple of weeks until the cars actually hit the track.
Hooray.
Then we'll have things to talk about. But no, we have liveries to discuss, new sponsorship deals to analyze, and that's about it. Shall we just get into it?
Yes.
So Haas dropped their new livery. Does anyone have a picture of it?
No.
Richard came
Boom!
prepared.
I was ready.
Yeah, but I would just like, I don't know if this came across on anyone else's stream. Nia's duck appeared for a second. And so I really hope they're in the episode.
I don't know. Maybe.
I did not see him.
We'll find out.
I
Yeah, we'll
wasn't
find out.
watching, but for context, I have ducks in the back of my car, just for context. Rubber
Yeah.
ducks. Rubber duck, not actual ducks.
Anyway.
continue.
I actually quite like this car.
I have 4 images, so I'll just this
Okay, take us through them. Take us through.
is the first one. The classic. Here's most of the car in one view. Here's the top-down view. Just makes the MoneyGram logo look like it's trying to recycle itself. The front and the side.
Do you always think it's really interesting to find out which number they decide to put on the car when they're doing the renders?
20, 27. They chopped and changed. They did.
It's like, it
Two
could
for
be a
each.
very controversial choice if they just put one driver's number on it.
Yeah.
It's like, we don't care about the other driver.
Williams. We'll get onto
Red
that.
Bull as well. Didn't
I
they
mean-
just have the number 1?
I don't know. I can't remember. We'll have a look at that when we get to it.
We will indeed. But yeah, as I was saying, I actually quite like this car.
I do as well.
Um,
It's a nice change.
It's much better than the Russian flag that we had a couple of years ago.
Yes.
And I think it's better than last year's basically just plain white livery that they had to revert to because they needed to uncolour in their livery.
Decided to pull the plug on Russia.
Yeah. I quite like the wheel covers actually. With a wee sort of flick coming off it.
Yeah, that is a good touch. There's also Williams have added a little bit of a touch to theirs as well. So I'm glad to see that more teams are actually doing something with the wheel covers than just leaving them plain.
Yeah.
Williams have put arrows like tire goes this way.
Well, I mean, that was useful. We saw a McLaren mechanic last year try and put a tire on the wrong way around. So
True.
that could have, the whole situation could have been avoided.
I'm seeing a few new sponsors for Haas as well. Palm Angels, I think, is new.
Yeah.
MoneyGram, obviously, being their new title sponsor. That was announced a couple of weeks ago. Try to see if there's any others that I don't recognise on there.
Is that it?
Is it the one on the nose cone?
Yeah.
Handtech Markets. I don't know.
What that is.
Neither do I.
But they sponsor Haas.
I like the little MoneyGram.
Yeah.
What's the one on the headrest?
Open Sea. That sounds like it'll be like a cybersecurity company or something. It probably isn't. That's just my guess.
Palm Angels again.
Yeah.
That's turning up in drip.
There's another one on the Halo, actually, right in the middle there.
OpenSea, the largest NFT market.
Great.
Hey.
Tricore Workwear. I guess that's something that they do with.
That's their team, isn't it?
I was going to say, doesn't that go along with Haas tooling? Because Haas is a CNC company. They make that, so maybe that's like the gear that they use for everyone, from their CNC factories to their
do
F1
love
team.
that they've got 2 Haas logos on the front, just in case you forget who they are.
Yeah, Haas. It's like when you go onto the F1 game and you don't have enough sponsors to fill every slot, so you just
you've just got one sponsor at the start, and you've got them in 11 different locations on the car.
Would this sounds a bit stupid, but one be the F1 team, one be the actual Haas CNC.
I mean, it could well be.
I
Because
think
on the
one is the F1 team and one is Haas Automobiles.
And then that one's for the NASCAR team, and then that one's for.
But yeah, I think the red one is Haas Automotive, and just the lettering is the F1 team.
That's what I meant. That's what I was saying.
Well,
But oh well.
it's just Haas, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's not great on last year though, so very good.
I
And the
will
sponsor-
say it was a pleasant surprise.
Yeah. If you take Rich Energy out of it, I actually quite enjoyed the black and gold color scheme that they ran that year.
It was okay. I will say I prefer this black, red, and white.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't
I think three colors on a livery works better.
I don't
Yeah.
particularly like black and gold as a livery to begin with, but I think the design
Are
itself
you more of a
was
black and yellow kind of person?
B.
Was Khalifa reference 2012 called it wants its joke back.
Anyway, like
You've been Jeremy Clarkson.
Oh no. Anyway.
Anyway.
as I was saying, like with DS the Cheetah in Formula E, it's just like the gold I think doesn't work as a livery color because they can't really get it metallic, so it's just a dull color.
Especially if you go for like a matte finish, like they do
Yeah.
on some of the cars.
Yeah, but I like the Rich Energy design. I like the design as a concept, just not the color scheme. Just no.
Or the sponsor.
Or the sponsor. Yeah,
It's
no.
got FIA on it.
Every
They
car is
all do,
FIA,
don't
to
they?
be
Do
fair.
they?
Yeah.
Is that just a thing that
Yeah.
I've just?
They all
They
fucking-
have to put it somewhere, so they all put it like really small and really
Yeah.
obscure.
Oh my
Yeah.
god!
It's also the first, we haven't actually spoken about this yet. It's the first chance we've seen at these massive new wing mirrors because the wing mirror size is increased for this year.
Oh yeah, forgot about that change to the technical regulations.
Oh God, I know the regs more than you do. What's going on? What universe are we
The
in?
world is ending.
I prefer the sporting regulations.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
But yeah, they are
I mean,
quite
like that
chunky.
is wham. It's so wham. It's got a support beam.
They
I mean, you
always
probably
have, didn't
still won't be able to see anything out of them, but
No, I'd imagine
they
not.
are.
But I think it's good that they've already decided to put a support beam in because chances are the extra weight, that thing in high wind will just bounce around like no
Didn't-
end.
Didn't the
Yeah.
mirrors always have like a support bit?
Some of them, but not all of them.
Oh.
Like
Yeah,
when
Ferrari actually tried to put aero on their wing mirrors a couple of years ago.
well, I was more thinking of when Charles's wing mirror flew off around Japan. There was no support beam there for that, was there? It was just a free hanging wing mirror.
A bit like how it is on your road car.
Yes. But that's because there's no body underneath that bit of the car. Like you can see it here, so that's what it looks. I mean, it looks sturdy,
I see
especially with
those-
like the inlets and stuff to get the air through the mirror.
I mean, I don't know if they've just slapped the new livery on the 2022 car and the new wing mirrors, but I see they've stuck with the sort of dipped side pods. The
Ferrari-esque.
Yeah. You can see that quite clearly from the front. Yeah.
Move on.
What if
It's
they
a
just
car.
took the render of the 2022 Ferrari and just went Haas livery?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It might very well just be the 2022 car with the 2023 livery on it.
You can kind
The
of
new
get the
wing
idea
mirrors,
with the
but yeah.
with the shading here. You kind of get the idea that it is scooped. How
Shall
did
we
they
talk
describe
about-
it? They scalloped, wasn't it? They said it was.
Yeah.
The lighting doesn't help it up there, does it? So
No, you
it's
can't
not
really see.
quite as aggressive as the Ferrari ones. The Ferrari ones were a lot more dramatic in there.
Mm. Especially like the first version
Yeah,
of the Ferrari car. So if it rains, that thing is going nowhere because it'll be flooded.
exactly. So right, next one
Red Bull.
was bumper to bumper bumper. It's the same car.
Whoa.
It's literally identical. Moving on.
No. We have to
got-
talk about this, and
We've got
to
a few
talk
new
about this,
sponsors.
in order to talk about this, we are going to bring in a special guest to the podcast, Stefano Domenicali. He's not here. What a shame. No, nobody watched the reveal, so nobody gets that joke. They tried to
Yeah.
bring Stefano Domenicali out onto the stage, and he wasn't there.
When did they do that?
Just during the event. They said,
Why?
please welcome to the stage, Stefano Domenicali, and nobody walked out.
Oh god.
Why would he show up to just one team's launch? Like,
I don't know, because they were doing stuff for the future of Formula One with Ford, because at first glance, I thought that was a Ford badge.
yeah, no, they're still racing with Honda engines, even though Honda have withdrawn from the sport.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a Honda. They're back.
Yeah. But Ford's back in 2026 to supply engines to the team that they sold back in 2002.
Yep.
Which
And
means they might change their livery in 2026.
here we go. Look at that.
Yeah, maybe there'll be some light blue.
Captions are back. Anyway, moving on.
Hey, look, there's the FIA one, right
Yep.
in the
Oh,
really awkward to see bit. We've got another angle.
What's Arctic Wolf? What's that?
I'm gonna guess it's some kind of clothing brand.
Does sound like it.
Hewlett Packard, Siemens,
Armor All, I think.
something.
Cyber security.
Oh, never mind. We are wrong.
It's either cyber security, NFTs, or fashion. So
Yeah.
Well, yeah, they got Castor now as well, don't they?
yeah.
So,
Oh, they're supplied by the same people who supply Rangers.
yep.
Rocked. So yeah, it's pretty much
as I
the
was
same
talking
car.
about- sorry, with the Haas car. Notice how it's all the number one.
Oh, it is, isn't
Checo.
it?
He doesn't matter.
Oh, that's ass. We've gone too far. I don't have that many photos of the Red Bull.
It's the same picture.
So now what I'm wondering is, because there was an interview and they said that the aerodynamic surface of the car was 90% different to last year's one. So that's the thing. When they did the 2022 livery reveal, it was on F1's own mule car. Have they done the 2023 livery reveal on the 2022 car, and they'll turn up to testing with the 2023 car?
Yeah.
Like they did last year.
Yeah.
Or like they did last year. They showed up to 2023 car. They showed up to testing with a 2022-ish car, and then showed up to testing part 2 with the real car.
Yeah. So are they going to do something similar? But this year there's only 1 week of testing, so you know. Anyway, Williams.
The battery.
Oh,
It's just the first thing I noticed when I watched the reveal. It's just got a battery on the air intake.
so there's a few new sponsors. Pure Stream, Golf hidden there.
Yeah, golf. Let's play
The
Find
fu-
the...
The
Financial
Financial
Times.
Times.
Oh,
What? Interesting.
Quite
FIA
ironic that
logo
they're
is just
sponsoring
there.
Williams.
It's
Yeah, as I
just
say,
there.
let's play Find the FIA.
just see it poking out.
They've went with number 23, which is Albon.
Yeah.
Yes.
On every single image except the
No!
last one. The last one, they were like, you know what? Just take the 3 off. We feel sorry for him. Gives you a better view of the FIA logo.
Yeah.
Doesn't quite give you a view of the nose sponsors. Have I got a
There's the
better image
arrows
for
that I was talking about on the wheel cover.
The wheel goes round in this direction.
Unless
You
you're in
see it again.
reverse.
True.
That'd be a meme later on in the season when someone's
Yeah.
hit the ball and they've had to reverse it out.
You can't quite make it out.
You got Julia's hub.
Yeah, Pirelli, obviously. I think every car carries the Pirelli logo as well.
Yeah. There's a massive Golf one on the top, so
Hmm.
it's
I'm
a nice
surprised.
looking car.
I'm surprised Formula One have never done what I'm pretty sure Formula E do and just make them all carry the competition logo as well. Just slap the Formula One badge on there somewhere.
I mean, everyone knows it's Formula One at the end of the day, don't they?
I mean, to be fair, they could put it at the same place as the FIA badge, just on the other side of the car.
Yeah, but the FIA get pissy because that's like 50% of their logo's gone.
Yeah, true.
They just put it next to the FIA logo.
Yeah, just below it.
But what do we think? I like it.
I like it. I think it's really good.
It's
Um,
nice. It's better than last year's, but it's
It's- yeah,
still
I like
It's
last
us-
year's as well, to be
it's
honest.
still not Red Bull, and the fact that the Red Bull's a classic and it will be forever. I don't see this in 10 years' time. People looking back and being like, "Oh, do you remember how that Williams looked?"
The battery Williams.
Like-
Yeah, this Williams will live forever as the battery car.
I want more golf,
You want more
and then
golf?
it'd be a
I love
classic.
golf.
Well, they've already got the light blue in for the golf.
Yeah, but there's no
And,
orange.
you know,
Where's the
the-
orange?
Oh, it's on the
Three
McLaren,
logos.
mate.
Yeah, see, I heard something about like they were rumoring that this might not be the final livery for Williams, and they could go a bit more all in with golf later in the season.
Well, that depends how much money golf decide to fork
Yeah.
out, I guess.
Exactly, but don't quote me on how true that is. I can't even remember where I read it, but I just remember reading it today during the launch.
That means we have no idea.
Jack Aiken left Williams as well today.
Oh yeah,
Did he?
yeah.
Damn.
Because he's doing more endurance racing, so because he's basically not going back into single seater racing, and he's going endurance way. They parted ways.
Which is
Damn.
fair enough, to be fair.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's true. So
They wheeled out Jamie Chadwick for another interview. It's like, oh, look at us, we're progressive. But we've sent her to IndyCar.
hey, I feel like that was her choice, you know.
yeah.
Who's going to win W Series? It might actually be competitive this year.
I mean, there's W
Is-
Series, but there's F1 Academy now.
Yeah, is there going to be a W series? Because they're all in F1 Academy. Well, I imagine most of them are going to be in F1 Academy.
Have W Series even announced a calendar?
No.
No, but F1 Academy have started announcing drivers. And there's a lot of names we recognize from the W Series. So we've got Lena Bueller driving for ART and Bianca Bustamante driving for Prema. Is that all have they only announced two? They've only announced two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of names, two.
We know the teams that are taking part, though. So
Yeah, we did that. You weren't here. God, Chris.
Oh, some news on Red Bull that we didn't talk about.
Oh, yeah.
There will be some fan-designed custom liveries at all 3 US Grand Prix this year.
Yes, the design a livery competition.
Because Red Bull have just forgotten about every other fan outside of the United States.
Yes.
Because said competition is only open to people from the United States. It will only be ran in the United States. And they launched their car in New York for some reason.
Because America's getting involved. So, and Ford is an American company, and America
do that in
and
2026
Liberty
when Ford
and-
actually enter the sport.
Yeah, but yeah, no.
Isn't another team doing their car launch in America, actually?
Alpha Tauri
Oh,
in New York on Saturday.
So that'd be last year's car, but the colours flipped.
yeah. So it'll be 2 years ago's car, just identical.
Yeah.
Maybe that'll be the white Red Bull that we saw. The will Alpha Tauri. We designed this, didn't like it, gave it to them. But yeah, also, did anyone watch the Williams launch today?
I didn't watch it live. I got halfway through part of it.
Did you see
I
what
got to
Alex
the-
Albon has done to his hair?
No.
Yes, that happened ages ago.
What's he done?
The white
Blonde.
hair look.
Yeah,
the
dye
bleach
it
blonde.
blonde.
It
It's
looked
tacky
white on
blonde.
the stream. It's quite a look, to be honest.
I wish Williams dragged that out a little bit more though.
It's only
like-
20 minutes. Red Bulls
Yeah,
was
no.
like an hour and a half.
I'm not saying go to the extent of Red Bull, but with Williams, it was like 2:00. Here's the car, and now we're going to talk.
Hey,
A little
hey.
just egg it on a little bit.
You want to
then
drag? You want to talk about not dragging it out? Haas,
Just
2
getting a
o'clock.
bit of
Here's one
excitement.
photo.
just a
Yeah,
bit
done.
of excitement.
That's
for
it.
the launch.
I was
bit of
egging it
excitement.
up. I was like, oh yeah, they're doing an event. It's at 2 p.m. and then un photo. So I had to go in post production and add a little voice note that said, yeah, they literally just put one image out and then put the image on screen.
I'd rather get hyped up for nothing
Yeah.
than just have nothing.
Yep. So who's next?
Alfa Romeo tomorrow,
What time?
undisclosed.
Sometime.
9
don't know.
a.m. GMT.
There you go.
Oh.
9 o'clock. Oh, that means I'm going to have to here's the car in post production again.
We could just talk about it next week.
I mean, we do that anyway.
Dude,
We've done it with wow. We did it with the Haas car, so you know.
It would be last year's car, but that's acceptable because last year's car was very, very nice.
Watch them completely overhaul it.
If they change the wheel covers, I will be annoyed at them though.
The wheel covers were the best of last year's.
Oh, yeah. So Alfa Romeo is tomorrow or today, as you're watching this at 9 a.m. Alpha Tauri is on the 11th, time undisclosed.
Saturday, then Monday, next Monday. So this will come in next week's episode as well, depending on the time. So I imagine nothing will be this late. So Aston Martin and McLaren.
McLaren were quite late last year, if I remember right. Didn't their car
Yeah.
launch start at like 7?
Chris, it's
It is
10:30.
past 10, yeah, sure.
McLaren are doing
Maybe we'll go back to
livery
our usual
party launch.
recording slot.
You say usual. This has been our usual for like 2 months.
This is the 2023 recording. slot.
Then we've got Ferrari on Valentine's Day with an announced time of 10:25 GMT. Very precise for whatever reason. We don't know.
So then they can drag it out for 35 minutes and then show the livery.
Yeah, just put one picture on screen. There you go. Here's all these dancers and everything, and there's the car. Bye.
Here's the F1 esports team. Here's all this skiing and stuff.
You seen our new Ferrari car? Look at this sports car. They go fast.
Here's a tour of Maranello.
It'll all be in Italian as well, just to confuse everybody.
Here's Fred Vasseur.
Yeah.
Yeah, the producer be like, show the F1 car. What's the F1 car?
What do you mean the F1 car? We still have 3 pages of script to go.
Yeah.
What's F1?
There's still 12 minutes of skiing to be watched.
Oh.
Uh,
Honestly, that was probably the worst car launch. The Red Bull one. Just because there was so much there was so much non-Formula One content that I could understand the Ford bit, and I could understand them sending the drivers out in the EVs because I really want to go in that van because the aerodynamics on it are nuts. If you haven't seen the Ford Supervan 3, just go and look it up. It's bonkers.
So
What's the car?
Nia's like, say less.
Yes.
Nia's like, it distract me, please.
What was it?
The Ford Supervan 3. Because the back of the van doesn't exist. There's a frame to show you where the van would be, and then there's a massive aero in this. But I can understand the Ford bit because they're entering into a partnership, blah 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 blah. But then the rest of it was just guff.
Well, we had Olympics, Winter Olympics, a skater.
They needed to take a leaf out of Hass's book and just dump the photo online.
I think so.
They had to promote the Red Bull athletes.
Just to go back to the Supervan, someone's done it with a Royal Mail livery.
Well, that's completely inaccurate because Royal Mail
Because they're
takes
also
3 to
on
5
strike.
weeks
Exactly.
to do anything.
Well, they're on strike.
Glasses.
Leave them alone.
They've lost the glasses, maybe.
Uh,
Anyway,
I don't
So
think
yeah,
it's going to end
day
well for
after
Royal Mail.
Ferrari is Mercedes, and then we have Alpine on the 16th, and that rounds off the reveals. And then 7 days later, we finally have cars on track. It feels like it's been 84 years.
And then 8 days later, Drive to Survive,
No one cares.
Season 5. Hey, we got to get our Will Buxton jokes in.
True.
It's like the absolute quintessential end of February jokes. That's it.
Then, weekend of my birthday, the season starts.
I think you'll just find that that's just the weekend of the season
The
starting.
weekend,
No one
yeah.
cares.
This is the first time I think ever I've got to enjoy a Grand Prix on my birthday.
Hang on. I think there's one. There's one the day before my birthday
I got
because my birthday's on a
FP1,
Monday.
I think.
But last year and the year before and the year before, mine was always in the break. It was like
Summer
triple
break,
header.
Yeah.
No, it was triple header. My week, triple header.
I
So I
got.
felt really offended.
I've got FP1 and FP2 of Zandvoort on my birthday.
So you've also got a Grand Prix weekend. Ben, what about you?
Yeah.
I had the aftermath of the Haas launch.
Ah, happy birthday, Ben.
But
Did you enjoy it, lads? All those Haas images.
yeah, it's very fun.
All
to
4
see.
of them.
Suck
Yeah.
my balls, mate.
We'll be recording the Singapore episode on my birthday.
Maybe you'll get a good
Oh.
race.
We won't.
Yeah, to be fair, Singapore last year was quite.
And here comes the 2017 talk.
Nah, Singapore's let me down now.
Oh.
Yes! Finally! Oh my god!
It's all about Monaco now.
Oh no. It's gotten worse.
We're going to Monaco.
We need to put him in a home.
Monaco. No, I'll never have Monaco be my favorite race ever.
Thank God.
I think the worst thing is that most people that don't know about F1 say their favorite race is Monaco. And then
It's the only
to
one
that
I know.
extent, every F1 fan be like, what are you talking about?
Yeah,
They just take it as
silence.
instant offense.
Everyone who hasn't watched F1's favorite race is Monaco. Then they actually watch Monaco.
Yeah.
And then everyone, why'd you watch that?
Yeah. Because we don't like Monaco.
Yeah, every
Oh.
other race, good. Monaco, bad. But yeah, do we have anything else to talk about? Is there any other news?
I haven't checked the F3 drivers in a hot minute, so let me just check the F3 drivers.
I'll check F2.
No, F2 we've done. They've announced all of those.
Oh, fair enough.
Yenza have announced their full lineup. I can't remember it. I'm sure there was a gap last time. So the full Yenza Motorsport lineup is Nikita Bedrin, Taylor Barnard, and Alejandro Garcia. And that is the only new ones I can see on there.
Do you know what would be great, actually, as we were speaking about the F1 Academy? If they hurried up and dropped their calendar.
If they'd hurry up and announce like the rest of the drivers.
Yeah, but let's drop the calendar as well, so we know when we can at least watch the races.
True.
I don't think there'll be at F1 races this year, like W Series.
They're going to be at one of them, they've said, for
I think-
definite.
think it's
I just
probably
want to know
gonna be
which
like,
one it is.
It's going to be like W Series when they first started out, like staying in Europe, really.
We reckon F1 Academy is going to come to Silverstone.
That's going to be a packed weekend then,
Yeah.
especially if W Series survives.
They
Well,
haven't
that's what I'm betting on.
They haven't posted their 23 calendar, and there's like the website is still the same as when 22 season finished. So
Mm.
I highly doubt it.
Because if W Series survives, you can guarantee they'll go to Silverstone as well, which would mean you have F1, F2, F3, FA, W Series, and Porsche Super Cup all in
Can't
one
forget
weekend.
That's
That's the
probably
peak of the weekend.
it's got to be what you can get me to go. Is if you have all of it, then maybe I'll think about it.
Literally everything. Unfortunately, Richard, all that's left is the very expensive hospitality tickets.
Right, time to play the lottery.
And I think Club Corner A might not have been announced yet because they're possibly doing renovations there. And they're not sure if it'll be available for the race weekend.
Brand new seats.
So, yeah, that might be up for grabs, but that's about it.
Another edition of I can't hear. I thought you were going to say club card, and I got really confused.
No, you don't
What
get a
you
club
need.
card discount on Formula
You
One.
need a
I
Tesco
would-
Club card to get in.
Other supermarkets are available.
Yeah.
Got to do my due diligence. We're not
Um,
sponsored by Tesco's. This is
if-
not a Tesco
If you
ad.
use a Morrison's More card, more power to
Don't forget to download the Asda Rewards app,
you.
where you get pounds, not points.
Woo.
He says, as a employee of a rival supermarket.
Ooh, I'm telling you, Paul.
We don't have a point system at mine. We just have offers. It's horrendous.
You can go on Thursday if you want to the British Grand Prix
Press pass.
Hey,
for £100 for Thursday.
Pass.
For those of you who have
Thursday.
tickets for the Formula One British Grand Prix, if they are 3-day weekend tickets, Thursday is included.
4-day weekend.
More details to follow from
What's on
Formula
Thursday?
One. Well, not from Formula One, from Silverstone. Sold out. Yeah, I think they sold Club Corner A and it's just gone now.
Woo.
No, it's not. It's just not there. Maybe they realise it's not ever going to be available.
they've
just given up
banished
with
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so everything
more.
is sold out, apart from the Thursday tickets. And you can get a 1 day. You can come on Friday if you want, and you can get a grandstand ticket just for Friday for £140.
So you can.
I
see
could
practice.
probably go to a European race for that much.
Yeah, you can. I got my 3-day ticket for Monza for £400, and that was a grandstand. So you can get them for much cheaper. I think general admission for a weekend goes for like €90. Don't go to Monza though, not after last year.
No, I was thinking of maybe like Austria or something.
You can go on Saturday to the British Grand Prix for £180.
Saturday.
Should we finish the podcast episode?
No.
No, this is part of it.
This is information that people might want to know.
Yeah, what if they
3
want to
months
go
ago.
on
Yeah.
Saturday to the British Grand Prix?
My advice is don't.
All Sunday tickets are sold out.
What a shock.
Where's the FAQ? They might actually have mentioned the Club Corner A and if it's ever going to be released.
Thinking you're going to say club card.
We are
Get out of the supermarket.
Club Corner A might be released. This is what it says on Silverstone's website. So there may still be tickets left for the race. We are making some improvements and plan to be on sale with Club Corner A as soon as possible.
I mean, I respect them for doing it this way around instead of releasing the tickets and then going, actually, it's not finished. Tough. So, respect in that respect of not releasing more tickets than they know they're going to have.
Yeah. Monza says hello.
Mm.
Yeah, we will sell all these tickets. We will not have enough water for all those people.
Or tokens or anything remotely useful.
It was just a shambles. But anyway, there are other races are available. We just focus on Silverstone a bit because we were all British.
Wow.
And so it's our closest race.
No equality in this podcast, is there?
Other races are available.
Terms and conditions apply. Subject to availability.
See the website for more detail. Obviously, you can buy tickets directly from circuits. You can also go through F1 experiences if you want to up your package a wee bit, but you will pay a lot more money.
Yeah.
And then, if you happen to win the lottery, there's always Paddock Club.
There's always a donation receiving
the
ability
circuit.
right here. You know, we would love.
Yeah,
please, sir.
Some nice
donate us some
sponsors.
tickets.
If you want to send us to Paddock Club, it would be greatly appreciated. The FIA, if you want to
Give us
respond to
media
our application,
passes.
yeah, there's an application in your inbox. Please respond to it.
It's probably
Thank you.
right down at the bottom. It might be in the junk.
Yeah,
But it's definitely there.
It's somewhere.
even if you want to reject it, I mean, go for it. Just tell us, please.
An answer.
Yeah, that would be nice. But yeah, I think that wraps up this week's episode of the Turn 5 podcast. Join us next week when we'll talk about 4 cars. 5 cars? 4 cars?
Or
4 cars. And then join us the week after when we get geared up for pre-season testing.
and 3 cars.
And another 3 cars, yeah. But mainly pre-season testing because that's, cars on track. Actually, before we wrap up, I know just because I've mentioned it, is pre-season testing live on Sky? Has
No.
that been confirmed yet?
When is it ever?
The past 3 years.
Is it?
It
Yeah.
was.
I think it's only once last year, though.
Yeah, they only
'Cause the
showed
Spain
the
test
Bahrain
wasn't-
test.
yeah.
The Spain test was close to everybody, really.
Okay, right, yeah, gotcha. Well, I
Um,
don't have a subscription to that anymore, so I can't actually watch anything yet.
What year?
But yeah, they showed, I think 2018 was the first year they showed testing on TV. And it's been shown ever since.
Well, I would like to say maybe then.
So I remember watching 2020 testing and being really excited for the season. And then we all saw how that went. Cool.
So you can load.
Is 2023 F1 testing on Sky?
Yes, I have a new offer in my inbox. It worked. Cancel your subscription. Wait a month. They'll give you an offer for cheaper price.
Confirmation has not arrived on whether the test will be televised, but it was televised in the UK and Ireland and Sky Sports F1 last year, and in territories where access to F1 TV Pro is available.
Sad UK noises.
VPN.
True.
I'd like to thank our sponsor for this week,
Express.
NordVPN.
Oh, we've got 2 different companies. We got it all covered.
Not this again.
Other VPNs
Are
are available.
We're not going to
Anyway,
mention the TikTok brand.
possibly
It's the
coming
only
soon.
reason you got that is just to make that stupid dad joke. the
It's
whole time.
nice tea.
Other tea brands are available.
This is true. Normally, I am a PG drinker. Other tea brands are available. This is caffeine-free tea.
And it says TikTok.
That's just the brand name, man.
Possibly coming soon. Turn 5 podcast live streams. We'll keep you up to date on social media if and when they happen.
We have been saying
When?
this for weeks, though.
Yeah,
happens.
but we have actually
still-
Ben's actually made things.
I'm still setting up.
So
We're getting ready.
it's it's significantly more in progress than the bloopers.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Yeah,
been going
Ben.
on for like 2 years.
Are we ever going to see the bloopers reel?
I don't know.
I don't know why I asked Ben. Probably because
Yeah. I was like, why?
Because he actually does stuff now.
Yeah.
He's like,
Probably
Well, we
because
can just see the
he
bloopers reel.
coordinated
I don't know.
the awards ceremony. So
The
Richard,
bloopers reel is significantly different to an
is the
awards
bloopers reel
ceremony.
ever coming?
If I can actually get it to not destroy my computer when I want to edit anything, yes. Currently, the project length
No.
doesn't like my computer
Why don't you release what you've got?
because I can't get it to work.
Why did-
It's
what
fully
did you-
broken.
Did you just keep putting in episodes as they were released?
Yes.
Delete some of those episodes.
I would
Oh god.
We could put it up.
if it loaded.
Jesus Christ.
It might have something to do with the fact that he wanted like 50 so hellos or something at the start of it.
It was going to be every single one.
But then that would only be like.
I thought it was
what?
just for a
It
year.
just took 30 seconds.
Yeah. Would-
So hello, so hello, so hello, so hello. And then me
Anyway.
randomly, so hello.
Anyway,
I'll see if I can fix it.
It'd be about 2 minutes of so hello.
yeah,
yeah, it'd be fine.
definitely.
Start overlaying them all.
Well,
Just
like
at
that
random points.
the video
Yeah.
where I just have it as overlays on overlays. And, you know, where it's like James May says cheese 16.7
Yeah.
million.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do that.
Cheese.
We get to the end and it's just so.
Anyway, thank you very much for watching the Fun 5 podcast. We will see you next week. Ta-ra for now.